It's your girl Toya, um, the Doyenne Single Woman of the Year. No, kidding, but yeah, it's me again, y'all. I'm back at it. And back on here, just wanted to share something with you guys that I've been working on for about 9 months now, and it's a petition. And you know, it may be in topic of a discussion that we people need to really just like how can I say this? People really need to stop what they're doing and listen to these people that are trapped in prison for something they didn't do. It's innocent lives in there, y'all, and I'm not lying. I mean, a lot of people always claim innocent. I'm innocent, I'm innocent. But, for a person to be doing years on years on years and still claim they're innocent should kind of make you wonder what's really going on. Because once you're doing all that time, you might as well just live with the fact you're doing your time. You keep fighting it. I mean, it makes no sense to keep fighting it. It really don't. And so I have a very sensitive but yet meaningful and justice needing topic today to talk about to my Doyenne single women and whoever may be listening. But yeah, we're going to discuss this. The innocent prisoners that are in prison. And one of them, by the name of Willis Randolph Jr., he was wrongfully convicted of a crime. And I have a petition out on change.org, which is called Free Willis Randolph Jr., wrongfully convicted 27 years to life, already served 30 years. And, I'm asking the governor of California, I'm asking everybody, like the district attorney's office where I'm from, the prosecuting office, officials that were involved in the case. I'm petitioning them, and my petition, it just explains a lot. So I would like for you guys to go and check it out on change.org, and tell me what you think, and please sign it, share it. That would make my day, but yeah. So I currently have 437 supporters. That's pretty good. I created this petition 9 months ago. Now let's give you a little background on what is taking place with Willis Randolph Jr. and his fight to freedom. And this happened back in 1981. A 10-year-old African-American boy was found dead offside of a freeway. Investigators, they did their investigation. They talked to the mom, the grandparents, the friends, the store owners, people who may have seen it and people who have seen it, who seen him that day. And not one page did it say Willis Randolph's name. Nowhere near, he was nowhere near. The city is a city, outside of our county, basically. It's like right next door, but it nowhere states his name in there, okay? But in 1987 through 1989, Willis Randolph, who was serving time for burglary already in San Quentin, was arrested for murder, brought back to the county. You see what I'm saying? So they went to San Quentin, picked him up, charged him with murder back at the county he was from. So he was fighting 2 years in there. And 2 years, the whole 2 years was just ridiculous. They were trying to figure out why. What can they do to pin something on him? They used the jailhouse informant to lie on him, a cellie of his. Yeah, they used the jailhouse informant. I don't know, I guess for leniency for a charge he's already in there for, so he can get out. Hey, who wouldn't do that, right? Stupid. Anyways, but it all stemmed from a guy that came in being questioning on homicide charges. He just so happens to mention seeing Willis Randolph by the murder scene where the boy was found, where his body was found, he seen Willis Randolph there standing outside of his car, which is an old school car, nice one too, at his trunk, with his trunk up. So he told the police that he, what he saw, and they were like, okay. And they went, and then boom, go and arrest Willis Randolph, basically. Boom, he was charged with murder. Just by that one person's conversation. Just by that one person's conversation. And they have no evidence. Not one freaking evidence. Okay? They called the tire tracks and all that evidence. They destroyed that because there was no, even in the black and white, it says it didn't match. Stuff like this is ridiculous. I found out a lot more later on. I could touch bases on it later, but what kills me is the fact that they have no hardcore evidence, period. And their theory was that Willis Randolph was paid by the boy's father to murder him. So they called it a murder for hire. And and this was thrown out by the mother because she said that he had called her and said, well, he better be watch out for him or something. This man had a good job. He worked at farmers. He was a agent, one of them rental agents or something. Insurance agents. That's what it was. An insurance agent. That's what he was. Sorry. But yeah, he even said, man, I wouldn't risk my job for that. You know what I mean? Over $60 payments. $60 child support payments. He was paying. She said he was mad that he had to pay that. So he wanted to kill his son? No. That don't make no goddamn sense. I'm just saying they victimized Willis Randolph in this courtroom. They had the judge on it. They had the prosecuting team on it. Everybody. And I believe even his defense team was on it because they really didn't fight. All he did, this man, all he did was really say the truth. Like, they can't get him on nothing. But when they found him guilty, the man said there was nothing he could do because he's a public pretender. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They just sit there and pretend to help you. They can't really do too much. They ain't gonna fight against the police. And they all teamed up on him in this courtroom. This happened back in 88, 89. About 89, he was sentenced, I think, and then headed off to prison. And ever since then, he's been in there. Can you imagine? From what I've also found out was that they switched the jury veneer. They switched it on the jury because the jury acquitted him of first-degree murder. What did they do? What they ended up doing was, having another retrial, basically. And boom, that's when they found him guilty of first-degree murder. This is ridiculous that they even let this go. And how many times has he petitioned? And then they're saying that he petitioned in the wrong way. He's petitioning his innocence. He's petitioning everything he could think of because what can you do? You're charged with murder. The jury said you're guilty. You know what I mean? And they want clear and convincing evidence, and only clear and convincing evidence to judges, the 9th Circuit, the 8th Circuit, the 7th, all of them, is DNA. Period. If you don't got that, you have no luck. No luck whatsoever. And that's what's ridiculous. Because the whole situation is on paper and you can read it. If I can read it and I can show you guys paperwork right now, black and white, that this is what happened in this courtroom, what would you say? This is why I'm fighting, because I read the story and the story upsetted me to my stomach was just turning knots. It was just like, oh, they can really do this to people. They can do it to, how many lives have they done this to already? This is what I've always feared, is for law enforcement to just come up in my house and take me for something I never did and pin me on it and I'm done. Because they can do that. And that's why I recommend everybody to stay away from the judicial eyes. Get out. If you're on probation, get off probation. Get on parole, get off parole successfully. Leave them alone. Don't come in contact with them no more. Don't do nothing that's going to make you come in contact with them. It's very important because your life is on the line out here. And they're waiting to snatch you and put you under. Just like that. You can't trust not even the judges, man. They're more evil. It's crazy. But yeah, this taught me a lot just doing this petition. And I want everyone to pray for Willis. He has a future parole board hearing. He's 60 years old, y'all. He qualifies for elderly parole. And if he can't get that, there's something wrong, man. At least. So, I hope you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe my channel. If you don't, you don't. I don't give a damn. It's what it is. Doyenne Dozier channel. Holla.